Alhamdulillah, in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most gracious, the most merciful. Peace and blessings be upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Protection from evil isn't always about living far from danger. It's about what lives inside you. Allah protects the heart that stays clean, the soul that turns back to Him, and the woman who chooses faith over fear. Today, many women walk through emotional storms. They are judged, misunderstood, envied, even targeted. But some of them remain untouched. Why? Because Allah has placed His divine protection over them. This protection is not seen by the eyes, but it is deeply felt in their peace, in their strength, and in the way they are saved again and again from harm that was meant to break them. In this video, we are going to explore the 8 clear signs that show a woman is walking under Allah's protection. If you feel alone, if you've been through pain, or if you've ever wondered why certain people leave your life, this video is for you. It may open your eyes or confirm what your heart already knows. So sit back, listen closely, and let us take you on a journey through the signs of divine love, mercy, and protection. Especially for the women whose hearts still choose light even in darkness. And if this message touches your soul, stay until the end, because we have something special to share with you. Sign 1. She loses people but gains peace. Sometimes a woman starts to notice something strange in her life. The people she once loved begin to leave. Friends become distant. Some relationships suddenly break. Some people stop calling, stop checking, and slowly disappear. At first it feels like pain. It feels like rejection. She might sit in silence and ask, "Why is this happening to me? Why is everyone I trusted walking away?" She looks at old photos and wonders what changed. She replays conversations in her mind, searching for the moment things fell apart. She blames herself. She questions her worth. But what she doesn't know is this is not punishment. This is protection. When Allah loves a woman, He doesn't always protect her by giving her strength to fight. Sometimes He protects her by pulling her away from the fight. He removes the people who are hurting her behind a smile. He takes away the voices that were poisoning her self-worth. He clears out the energy vampires who drained her light while pretending to celebrate it. And He does it so gently that sometimes she doesn't even realize the storm she was saved from until she finally feels peace. Her nights become calmer. Her soul becomes lighter. She starts sleeping better. Her smile becomes real again. She no longer has to act. She no longer has to hide her pain just to keep others comfortable. She stops performing for an audience that never truly cared. And that peace she feels, that quiet relief that washes over her heart, that's a gift from Allah. That's a sign that she was never alone, even when everyone left. If people walk out of your life without reason, let them go. Allah is clearing your path. If people change suddenly, trust the signs. Your peace is worth more than fake love and forced connections. The people who truly care will never bring chaos to your soul. They will never make you question your value. They will never treat your presence like an option. So if you are losing people but gaining peace, don't fear. You are not breaking apart. You are being rebuilt under the shade of Allah's mercy. And remember, when Allah takes someone out of your life, He is not trying to hurt you. He's protecting you from something you cannot see. He sees the betrayal that was being planned. He sees the toxicity that would have poisoned your future. He sees what they would have done to you years from now. And in His infinite mercy, He removes them before the damage becomes permanent. Sign 2. She has a clean heart. Even after being hurt, there are women in this world who have gone through deep pain. Betrayal, heartbreak, lies, gossip, disrespect. Life has tested them again and again. People have broken promises, violated trust, and walked away without explanation. But despite all of it, their hearts remain clean. They could have turned cold. They could have built walls so high that no one could ever reach them again. They could have carried hate inside, replayed their revenge 1,000 times, and let bitterness consume them. But they chose something harder and more beautiful. They chose to keep their hearts pure. This kind of woman is rare, and she is protected by Allah in a special way. You see, when someone tries to hurt her, she doesn't respond with revenge. When someone tries to pull her into drama, she walks away quietly. When someone breaks her heart, she doesn't spend her nights planning how to make them feel the same pain. She simply cries in front of Allah, and He replaces her anger with peace. He softens what the world tried to harden. A clean heart is not a weak heart, it is a powerful shield. Evil cannot live where forgiveness grows. Jealousy cannot enter where gratitude lives. Darkness cannot stay in a heart full of light. And so Allah continues to protect this woman, not because she fights back, but because she chooses to not let the pain turn her into the very thing that hurt her. She forgives, not because they deserve it, but because her soul deserves peace. She lets go, not because it was easy, but because Allah gave her strength. And every time she chooses purity over pride, she is elevated in the sight of Allah. Every time she chooses mercy over malice, she rises in rank among the believers. If you are a woman who still wishes good for others after they've wronged you, if you still pray for those who hurt you, if you still choose peace over revenge, then know this: Allah sees your heart. He knows what you carry. He knows how many times you bit your tongue when you could have destroyed someone with your words. He knows how many nights you cried alone instead of calling people out publicly. And He will protect you not just from others, but from becoming like them. Your clean heart is your armor. Your forgiveness is your freedom. And your peace is proof that Allah is with you. Sign 3. She feels restless around the wrong people. One of the most powerful signs that Allah is protecting a woman is when He gives her a sensitive heart, a heart that becomes uncomfortable around certain people without any clear reason. She could be sitting in a room full of laughter, but inside something doesn't feel right. She might be talking to someone who seems kind, polite, even friendly, but her soul feels uneasy. There's a heaviness she can't explain, a tension she can't name. Something in her spirit is screaming, "Leave." That discomfort is not a weakness, it's a gift from Allah. It's a warning without words. This restlessness is not just emotion. It is guidance. It is Allah's way of pulling her away before harm reaches her. He doesn't always expose the lies immediately. He doesn't always show betrayal in bright lights. But He gives her an inner signal, a spiritual alarm, a divine nudge that says, this person is not safe for you. Leave before it's too late. A woman protected by Allah pays attention to those feelings. She doesn't wait for proof. She doesn't silence her instincts to be polite. She doesn't force herself to stay in spaces that drain her peace just because others expect her to. She respects her peace. She trusts that the discomfort she feels is a sign to take a step back. And when she listens, she avoids pain. She avoids traps. She avoids people who are only pretending to be good. She escapes situations that would have broken her months or years later. Many women ignore that feeling, and they suffer later. They override their gut because they don't want to seem rude or judgmental. They stay in toxic friendships, harmful relationships, and draining environments because they think maybe they're overthinking. But the woman Allah protects, He makes her alert. Her soul becomes her security system. Her heart becomes her compass. And this kind of awareness is not something you can learn in books. It's a gift from the one who knows every secret intention of every heart. So if you feel a heaviness when you're around someone, or if you feel anxious for no reason when you speak to them, trust that feeling. That is not your imagination. That is not paranoia. That is your protection. When Allah wants to save you, He doesn't always send a loud sign. Sometimes He sends a quiet feeling. And if your heart is clean, you will hear it, you will feel it, and you will move accordingly. Sign 4. She becomes strong without becoming hard. Life doesn't always treat her gently. She's been through situations that tried to break her spirit. She cried in silence, carried burdens no one saw, and faced moments where it felt like no one truly understood her pain. But still, she stood up. She kept going, and over time something happened. She became strong. But here's the beautiful part. She became strong without becoming hard. Many people allow pain to turn them into someone else. They close their hearts, they stop trusting, they stop caring. They build walls and push everyone away. Their laughter disappears. Their kindness fades. And they convince themselves that being cold is the same as being strong. But a woman protected by Allah chooses a different path. Yes, she sets boundaries. Yes, she stops allowing people to walk all over her. Yes, she learns to say no. Yes, she protects her energy and guards her peace. But she never lets pain destroy her softness. She protects her kindness even when the world tries to take it away. She refuses to let bitterness steal her smile. Her strength is not loud. She doesn't need to shout. She doesn't need to prove anything. Her strength shows in the way she stays calm during chaos, in the way she forgives without being asked, on the way she walks away from the drama with her head held high. In this way, she chooses silence over arguments that lead nowhere. This balance of being strong, but still gentle, is a sign that Allah is with her, because only He can heal her heart so deeply that it becomes wiser without becoming colder. Only He can give her the strength to carry so much and still be the one offering a helping hand to others. Only He can keep her soft in a world that tries to make everyone hard. She is no longer easy to fool, no longer easy to use, but still her smile is real. Her love is pure. Her soul is soft. That's the power of a woman who is shaped by pain, but guided by Allah. She may look simple from the outside, but inside she carries mountains and walks like a breeze. People look at her and wonder how she does it. How does she stay so kind after everything? How does she still believe in good when she's seen so much bad? And the answer is simple. Allah is holding her heart in His hands. He is softening what the world tried to harden. He is protecting her humanity in a world that rewards cruelty. Sign 5. Her du'as are her weapon. A woman protected by Allah doesn't fight like the world expects her to. She doesn't shout to prove her worth. She doesn't beg people to stay. She doesn't waste her time trying to convince others of her value. She doesn't argue with those who've already made up their minds about her. When life becomes heavy, when people betray her, when the pain becomes too deep, she raises her hands. She speaks to Allah, and that is her greatest power. Her dua becomes her weapon. She may seem quiet on the outside, she may walk away silently, but behind closed doors in the darkness of the night, she whispers every wound, every fear, every injustice to the one who truly listens. She pours her heart out in sujood. She cries in tahajjud when the world is asleep. She calls upon the names of Allah that bring relief, healing, and justice. She knows something the world often forgets, that when Allah fights for you, no one can defeat you. People who tried to ruin her fall by their own plans. People who mocked her later wonder how she stayed calm while everything turned in her favor. People who plotted against her watch as their schemes collapse on themselves. That's what happens when you hand your pain to Allah. He takes your tears and turns them into miracles. He takes your silence and turns it into strength. He takes your patience and turns it into victory. She doesn't need revenge. She doesn't need people to get what they deserve. She trusts the justice of her Lord more than anything else. And this trust gives her peace no one can touch. She sleeps at night knowing that Allah sees everything. She walks with confidence knowing that no plot can succeed against someone Allah is protecting. If you're a woman who turns to Allah before anyone else, if you cry to Him when no one understands, if you make dua from your heart, not just your lips, then know this. You are not weak. You are powerful in the most beautiful way. Because no force on this earth is greater than the prayers of a woman who knows that her real helper is not people, but her Creator. And when she calls out to Him, He answers in ways no one can block. He opens doors no one can close. He elevates her in ways no one can explain. Sign 6. She is hidden from those who don't deserve her. There are some women whose presence is quiet, but their worth is priceless. You won't find them everywhere. You won't see them chasing attention or showing off. They stay hidden, not because they are weak, but because Allah is protecting them. He covers them like a precious gem, keeping them out of reach from those who would damage their soul. Sometimes she wonders why certain people never choose her, why she's not seen, not praised, not appreciated the way others are. She watches others get picked, get noticed, get celebrated, while she remains in the background. And it hurts. It feels like rejection. But what she doesn't realize is that Allah is hiding her on purpose. Not everyone deserves access to her heart. Not everyone can handle her purity, her loyalty, her depth. So Allah places a veil between her and those who would only waste her love. He shields her from people who would take her for granted, use her kindness as weakness and leave her broken when they're done. She's not lonely, she's guarded. She's not ignored, she's preserved. Just like you wouldn't leave gold lying on the street, Allah does not leave His special servants exposed to harm. He hides them from eyes full of jealousy. He protects them from people who come with sweet words, but dirty intentions. He saves them from being used, broken, or taken for granted. Sometimes she feels left out, but in reality, she is being lifted up. While others run after fake friendships and empty relationships, she is kept close to Allah. He is preparing the right souls to find her at the right time. The ones who will see her, value her, and never let her go. The ones who will honor her, respect her, and love her the way she deserves. Not for what she shows, but for who she is inside. So if you feel unseen, don't be sad. You are not forgotten. You're protected. You're being saved for something better, someone better, a life better than what you can imagine right now. And when the time is right, Allah will uncover you in front of those who will honor you, respect you, and love you the way you deserve. Sign 7. She learns quickly from pain. Every woman feels pain, but not every woman grows from it. Some get stuck in the same cycle, trusting the same people, repeating the same mistakes, falling into the same traps. They give chance after chance to people who've proven they don't deserve it. They stay in situations that drain them, hoping things will change. But a woman who is protected by Allah doesn't stay broken. She might fall once, but she does not fall twice in the same place. Her pain doesn't just hurt, it teaches her. The moment someone breaks her trust, she remembers it, not with bitterness, but with wisdom. She doesn't let her heart become blind again. The moment someone shows her their true colors, she stops painting them as someone they're not. She listens more carefully, watches more closely, and moves more wisely. This is not because she's clever, it's because Allah is guiding her. Her pain becomes her teacher, and Allah uses it to build a stronger, smarter, more peaceful version of her. He lets her feel hurt just enough so she can protect herself better next time. He allows her to experience betrayal so she recognizes loyalty when it comes. He permits disappointment so she values genuine love when she finds it. She doesn't stay in toxic places. She doesn't beg to be chosen. She doesn't stay silent when her heart is dying inside. She learns, she adapts, she evolves. And that learning protects her from future pain. That is how Allah defends her. Not by stopping all harm, but by using that harm to strengthen her foundation. Not by preventing every storm, but by teaching her how to navigate through them. Yes, she still has a soft heart, but it is not a heart that will let itself be walked on again. She still loves, but with boundaries. She still gives, but with balance. She still trusts, but with discernment. And people start to notice. She can no longer be fooled, no longer be played, no longer used. Pain tried to break her, but Allah used it to make her. And now every lesson she learns becomes a light that shows her which path is safe and which people are not. She walks with wisdom, she moves with purpose, and she protects herself the way Allah taught her to. Sign 8. She is surrounded by the right souls. A woman who is protected by Allah doesn't walk through life alone. She may not have a big group around her. She may not be surrounded by noise or attention. Her circle may be small. But the people in her life, the ones who stay, are pure, honest, and real. That's one of the most beautiful signs of Allah's protection. He places the right souls beside her. These souls may not always be loud. They may not always show up in crowds. But when she's in pain, they check on her. When her faith is weak, they remind her of Allah. When life gets heavy, they don't just speak, they pray for her. They don't just listen, they carry her burdens with her. They don't judge her struggles, they support her through them. And that kind of support is more powerful than anything money or status can give. Allah protects her by surrounding her with people who care about her soul, not just her smile. People who don't compete with her, but complete her. People who want to see her succeed, not for their benefit, but because they truly love her for His sake. People who celebrate her wins without jealousy and hold her during her losses without judgment. And the best part, she didn't find them by chasing anyone. She found them by chasing Allah. The more she purified her heart, the more Allah removed fake people and replaced them with hearts that reflect light, not darkness. The more she focused on her relationship with her Creator, the more He sent her companions who would help her on that journey, not distract her from it. If you're a woman who has just a few people in your life, but they are kind, honest, and sincere, know that this is no accident. These are souls Allah handpicked for you. People who will lift you, not drain you. People who carry no envy, no lies, no poison in their words. People whose presence brings you closer to Allah, not further from Him. Being surrounded by the right souls is one of the greatest protections Allah can give. Because in a world full of fake love and hidden hate, He gave you something priceless. Real hearts that truly care. Real souls that genuinely support. Real friends who will be there in dunya and inshallah, in Jannah. Final words. If even one of these signs felt like it was written about you, know this. You are not forgotten, you are not weak, you are not ordinary. You are deeply seen by Allah. While the world may ignore your efforts, Allah records every tear, every silent prayer, every time you chose peace over revenge, and every moment you walked away from something that hurt your soul. That is not small. That is strength. That is Iman, and that is why He protects you. Being protected by Allah doesn't mean you'll never feel pain, but it does mean you'll always come out stronger, wiser, and more peaceful than before. It means that every hardship has a purpose. Every loss has a lesson. Every tear has a testimony. You are not walking alone. You're walking under the care of the Most Merciful. So keep your heart clean, keep your soul close to your Lord, keep praying, keep growing, and keep trusting His plan even when it hurts. Because the more you walk with Allah, the more protected you become from people who don't deserve you. And remember, when Allah is your protector, no evil can break you. No enemy can touch you. No pain can destroy you. People may try, situations may test you, but nothing and no one can harm what Allah has decided to protect. May Allah protect every woman watching this video from evil eyes, fake friends, hidden enemies, and all harm seen or unseen. May He guard your heart, strengthen your faith, and surround you with people who bring you closer to Him. May He heal what hurts you and replace every loss with something better. Ameen. Ya Rabb al-Alameen. Before you go, if this message touched your heart, if you felt seen, if even one sign reminded you of your own journey, then this video found you for a reason. Do me a favor, hit that like button if this message gives you peace, clarity, or hope. Your like tells YouTube to share this video with other women who need to hear it. There's a sister out there right now searching for these exact words. Your love could bring this message to her. Subscribe to this channel if you want more reminders like this. We create content that speaks to your soul, strengthens your faith, and reminds you that you're never alone in your struggles. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video that could change your perspective. And most importantly, leave a comment below. Tell me, which sign resonated with you the most? Have you experienced Allah's protection in your life? What lesson did this video teach you? Your comment could be the encouragement another sister needs to read today. Your story could be someone else's hope. So share it. Let's build a community of women who lift each other up, not tear each other down. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, a friend who's going through a hard time, a sister who feels alone, a woman who questions her worth, share this video with her. Sometimes, the most powerful thing we can do is remind someone that Allah hasn't forgotten them. Jazakumullahu khairan for being here. May Allah bless you, protect you, and grant you everything your heart desires in this life and the next. Until next time, keep your faith strong and your heart clean. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.